Dear members of the Covington City School Board, Covington City Council, and Alleghany County Board of Supervisors, greetings from the Alleghany County School Board. As members of the Alleghany School Board, we are not only committed to the students of today, but also to the future of our educational system in the Alleghany Highlands as a whole. The Alleghany County and Covington school systems have seen a significant decline in enrollment over the past several decades due to jobs moving overseas, a changing world economy, and in some cases just downright bad luck. As you will remember, several years ago, the County School Board closed Boiling Spring and Falling Spring elementary schools. It was a tough time for our community and for our board. In the 2 years following the closure of our 2 elementary schools, 2 of our board members, Randy Tucker and Jacob Wright, were appointed and soon after were involved in talks with Covington regarding a joint school system. It was probably too soon after the schools closed. There were too many wheels in motion, too much emotion. Talks were called off and each system chose to work on progressing their own separate programs. Since that point, our 2 school boards have done a great job making sure every public school in the Alleghany Highlands is accredited. Since the last meeting to discuss a joint school system between the 2 boards, 9 of the combined 12 members are new. Over the past several years, our systems have made great strides in working together, and it seems we are always finding new ways to use our allegiance for the betterment of the youth of the Alleghany Highlands. We are very excited that it appears over the past month we have worked out a joint calendar to begin the 2019 school year with both systems on the same page. The youth are our future, and whether they go to our schools or whether they go to your schools or our schools, they are part of this community. We are all on the same team. We work together, we pray together, and we play together. Our successes are your successes, and your successes are our successes. We are very lucky to have a supportive City Council and Board of Supervisors that fund us at a higher percentage above the state requirements than almost every other community in the Commonwealth. The combining of our school systems would not be a huge savings to taxpayers from the onset, but a more efficient use of their money. We feel that we can combine our resources and offer more opportunities, a better use of taxpayer money, and solidify the educational future for our next generation. The plan for a merged system must be diplomatic, well thought out, and be centered around what is best for the future of our community, the students. A unified Alleghany Highlands will solidify our future, increase the quality of life, and most importantly, offer the future generations the best opportunities as they pursue additional educational opportunities or choose to enter the workforce with skills they've gained through our programs. We look forward to continuing our current allegiance and working towards unifying our wonderful community. We are asking that the 2 school boards, City Council, and the Board of Supervisors each appoint 2 members to be a part of a group that will discuss a plan that would be both diplomatic and beneficial to the future generations of the Alleghany Highlands. We thank you for your time and dedication to our community and hope to hear from you soon. Sincerely, the Alleghany County School Board.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. For that, Mr. Lane and Mr. Francis. Board members, what are your thoughts on sending the letter as presented? We can dress it up a little bit if we need.
Yeah, Lori might need to do a little work on that, but get the idea of it.
We can take care of that.
Any questions or comments? Okay,
It's a good reach out, Randy.
go ahead.
I think it's a good reach out
Okay, so
to the other boards.
here's what we can do. The board's in agreement to approve the letter, then, and the others would accept it, then I would appoint 2 members to work on this to see what resolution can come out of it. So first, does the board think we should send a letter? Well, we'd have to approve the letter first. Then after that, I can appoint 2 people to work on it for us.
So I guess what we're saying, first we have to have a motion
To approve the letter.
then we vote on that.
Yes. So do we have a motion to approve the letter? And it'll be wordsmithed by
Ms. Best.
Ms. Bess over at School Board. She can fix it for us.
I make a motion, we approve the letter.
Have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Have a motion, and a
Actually,
second.
Danielle wants, she was speaking up, but I don't want to be that guy.
I'll second.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Mr. Franzen?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Kern?
Yes.
Mr. Lane?
Yes.
Ms. Morgan?
Yes.
Ms. Sechner?
Yes.
Mr. Tucker?
Yes.
Mr. Wright?
Yes.
Mr. Meadows?
Yes.
Okay, at this point, I will appoint 2 people to serve on this committee. After you send the letter and you get a positive response, I would like to appoint, of course, Jacob Wright and Gerald Franson to serve on this committee, if they would, to see what can come out of it. Mr. Franson?
Yes.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so I appoint these. Now I will need to have a motion that we appoint this committee.
I make a motion that we appoint Jacob Wright and Gerald Franson. I'll second.
Have a motion second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Franzen?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Kern?
Yes.
Mr. Lane?
Yes.
Ms. Morgan?
Yes.
Mr. Sechner? Ms. Sechner?
Yes.
Mr. Tucker?
Yes.
Mr. Wright?
Yes.
Mr. Meadows?
At least it wasn't Mr.
Yeah,
Ford.
Mr.
That's
Meadows.
why I said she was afraid to call Mr. Truitt. May I ask a question on this? How would you like the letter delivered, in the mail or in person?
I'm more of a personal kind of person. I wouldn't mind delivering it to them in person. I wouldn't mind if we all signed it, and I'd be willing to
Yes.
go around and find everybody to sign the letter.
Would you have her put signature lines on it, please?
Yep, we can do that. Yeah, that's hand delivered.
That'll give all of you an excuse to buy me lunch, and I'll get you to sign the letter.